Hey, it's Gabe. Just wanted to give you a quick little breakdown on how we can get some reporting stats from Air.ai into high level. I am working from home, got out of the office today, so apologize if you hear kids in the background. But right here, we're on one of my test contacts. And if I scroll down here, I have an example of like cold outreach for real estate. And for example, if we wanted to get the call duration, call recording, call outcome, call date and time, which we could also split this up. Call attempts, call pickups are some pretty good stats to be able to get, and this can all be pushed automatically to a Google Sheet as well. So the first thing you have to do is simply just add the custom fields there so that you have them. Once you have them, then I'll kind of show you what that looks like on the back end. If we go into the automation, and I believe it is under post call outcome. So after the call happens, we get the data here. We have a create update contact, and then we can match the data, the call duration, date, time, outcome, call recording here. And that's just from the inbound webhook trigger. The details we get from that inbound webhook from when we connect that to Air. But that's not all of it. We need the call attempts. And if you want to get the date and time separated, you can actually use ChatGPT like this. And you can put in a prompt here that separates it. And then you can put in the date and time. It would be, it's what's it called? Oh, created at. It's hard to find because it's called created at. So what this would look like would be, you could put it in ChatGPT and get a prompt, but basically a prompt that just says, you have a timestamp. I need you to extract the date and format it as, YY/DD/MM or however you want the date formatted. And then you would actually have to have another one of these ChatGPT prompts and paste in the same timestamp and say, I have a timestamp. I want you to take out the time and format it this way. So you'd have to have two prompts for that. And then after you create it, then you would do an update contact field. And when you do the update contact field, it'll give you the option to paste in the response from ChatGPT. So that's how you can get the date and time formatted or formatted and split up into two different custom fields. So after we got these variables here, I want to show you this math operation. After the call is answered, we know that's a pickup. At this point, they've answered it, so it's a pickup. So this is where we calculate the pickup. So we do a math operation that says we're selecting the field called pickups, operator add one value, and then update the field call pickups. And then I have in high level where I have the call outcomes matched and tagged, and then I can put these in buckets inside of high level so I can see a custom list on where my contacts are. There's one more variable, and we want the call attempts. Call attempts can't be seen here because this is actually after a call is made. So we have to go back to when the call is made, which is right here. So this is the call trigger. So we have the trigger call right here. And then we have another math operation. And every time it triggers a call, we have call attempt, add a value to the custom field, call attempt. And then I added that I have a date field. I want to keep track of when every call is made. So then this just simply adds a date there as well. But if you're pulling in the actual call date, how I showed you splitting up the date and time through ChatGPT, that also gives you the date. So this is just another way. This gives you just the date. It doesn't give you the time. So if a timestamp was necessary, you'd want to do it the other way. So hope that helps you. A lot of people are wanting to know how to get different variables inside of Air so they can track these stats. The only other thing I have not showed you here is connecting with Google Calendar. If you don't know how to do that already, that's probably for another video. But basically, you have a Google Calendar, Google Sheets workflow, and when you select your calendar, you can you can create or update a row. It can find that row based off of the contact's phone number. It can update that row with all the stats we got here, and then you can summarize and in a separate sheet. You could have charts, graphs. You could have your own Google Sheet workflow, and it could then sum and add all those stats for you to see, your weekly calls, your monthly calls. Sky's the limit once you get it into Google Sheets to be able to disseminate that information however you wish. So hope that video helped you kind of understand how you can get some of those numbers.